The Truth Exotic quest line was added into Destiny 2 today. This video is going to be going over all the steps in order to get the rocket launcher, as well as a short review at the end of the video. So getting into it, when you launch Destiny 2, you will see a prompt show up that something is hidden in the menagerie. There's also a new boss in the menagerie, so once you complete it, you will actually get the first step of the quest for the Truth. Following this, you will need to go talk to Petra, and she will give you a series of other things to do. So like I said, just recapping, the very first thing you need to do is go ahead and complete a run of the menagerie, and the very first step will be completed, and you will get an item to start the quest. Once you get to Petra, she will give you the next step of the quest, which will be to complete the Ascendant Challenge. The Ascendant Challenge at the time of making of this video is found in the Bay of Drowned Wishes. And after you complete the challenge, you're actually going to get 4 kind of map pieces that you will need to find. And at the time of the making of this video, it's pretty much bugged out to where you can go to Petra and just buy all 4 of the map pieces. This is definitely not intended, but yeah, you can pretty much, if you're watching this within, I'm sure, the first week, I'm not sure when this is going to be patched, but you can go ahead and just go to Petra and buy the 4. I'm still going to walk through how to get all 4 pieces and their locations, but I just wanted to inform you guys of that. So after beating the Ascendant Challenge, it will drop the next step of the quest, and this is going to be where you need to find the 4 map pieces, and they're hidden all throughout the game, and you have to do different things to get them. So the first map piece can actually be found right outside of the exit of the Ascendant Challenge in the Bay of Drowned Wishes. For the first and second one of these, you do need to be Ascendant, so you'll need to go ahead and pop a tincture of Queen's Foil. But the first one, I'm just going to kill these ads, turn around, and there's going to be a rock you jump up onto, and the invisible platforms will show up that only show up if you are Ascendant. So like I said, this one and the next one you will need to be Ascendant for, but it's only these 2 you need. So you just hop up on these, and this is where the first piece of the map will be found. The next map piece can be found in the Cistern on Nessus. Just a reminder, you do need to be Ascendant for this, for the platforms to show up. Here it is on the map. So go ahead and pop a tincture of Queen's Foil, and the platforms will appear, leading you to the next one. Now, I didn't make a video for the next one following this, but for one of the other 2 pieces, you just have to complete a Nightfall. So you can complete any of the 3 Nightfalls on whatever difficulty, and the 3rd map piece will drop from that. The 4th and final map piece can be found on the Tangled Shore in the Jetsam of Saturn. You're actually going to need to go to the place where you fought the Mindbender in the Heroic Adventure, and there will be an ogre there that you will need to kill. So like I said, this is the 4th map piece. You do not need to be Ascendant for this one, or for the one in the Nightfall, but you do need to be Ascendant for the one in the Dreaming City Lost Sector, and also the one on Nessus. So following this, you're going to have 4 map pieces, and each map piece is going to require you to do something different, and generally all 4 of them will require you to use a rocket launcher. So we're going to get into what each one requires you to do, and then I'm going to kind of give advice on what I did and what is potentially the quickest way. It's by no means for sure, but what I think will potentially be the quickest ways to do it, to knock it out as easy as possible. Looking at the requirements of each of the map fragments, the first one we're going to be talking about is where you have to defeat Hive on the Tangled Shore. This can easily be done in the Jetsam of Saturn. It's where most of the Hive are. I'll show you where it is on the map too. This is the Jetsam of Saturn. You can also go into the Lost Sector here. That is also... Wait, no, the Lost Sector is actually fallen, I think. But this is where most of the Hive are. If this public event is going, you should easily be able to get that in that one public event. Looking at the next one, will require you to complete the Corsair Down kind of special event on the Dreaming City. I'm not going to go through and show you how to do that. I will link a guide on how to do that down below. If you don't have a Corsair down badge, you pretty much just have to kill things on the Dreaming City, and it'll be a random chance to drop. So like I said, I'm not going to show how to do that in this video, just for the sake of keeping it as short and to the point as possible, but I will link a video guide and credit the person down below. So be sure to check that out if you don't know how to do that. Getting into the next one, you will need to complete Nightfall strikes while influenced by a power handicap of 100, and also use rocket launchers to defeat enemy combatants in Nightfalls. So for this, probably the best way to do it will be to put on Arc Burn, Heavyweight, and I don't something like Momentum or something, I don't know, and put on Wardcliff Coil, and pretty much just go into any of the Nightfalls with at least a power handicap of 100 and get as many kills as possible. The Mindbender's Strike might be good, or the Hollowed Lair is the actual name, at the very end when all the ads spawn. Just save your heavy for then. I'm not sure, I've heard rumors of like bounties and quests not counting in there, but I would definitely try that out. There's a lot of enemies. The Pyramidion is also probably a good strike to do this in. So just to recap, you need to do 3 Nightfalls with at least a power handicap, with a power handicap of at least 100. The other modifiers do not matter. And then you will need to kill 60 enemies with rocket launchers. Getting on to the fourth piece, will Ascendant defeat combatants on Nessus using any rocket launcher. Multi-kills grant the most efficient progress. So this is just getting 50 kills on Nessus while you're Ascendant. Public events would probably be the easiest way to do this, just because there's a lot of enemies kind of gathered up. The final step for this quest will be to go ahead and complete the Warden of Nothing strike. You can either launch this from the Nightfall Director or just from the Tangled Shore Director itself. It's not going to be any different than the normal version as far as like mechanics things go. The only difference is there will be these kind of relics that will be hidden throughout the strike. I think there's 7 in total, but the 4 I'm showing you are the only 4 I grabbed, and it worked out well for me. I've seen some people say if they grab too many, it might bug out or not work as intended. So I just grabbed these 4. It's, I think, the first 4 in the dungeon or in the strike, and it worked out really well. So after you grab these 4, after you kill the boss, the platforms will appear. I don't know if you need to pop the Tincture of Queensfoil at the beginning of the strike or at the end, whenever. I just popped it at the beginning, and it worked out fine for me. So just a quick recap. Pop your Tincture at the beginning, pick up the 4 relics I'm showing here in the video, and then after you kill the boss, the platforms will appear for you to get to the chest. So after you get those 4 relics, you go ahead and kill the boss, and you have to wait for the loot to actually pop out of the chest. I thought it was bugged at first, and the platforms just weren't appearing. But you actually, like I said, have to wait for the chest to pop open, and all the loot to kind of shoot out of it, like it normally does at the end of a strike. And I think you have like 90 seconds. It's an extended period versus the just 30 seconds. So after you see the loot pop out, you will see the platforms appear, and there were 4 platforms overall, or in total, since we got 4 relics, and on the last one was the Truth rocket launcher. Now this thing had insane tracking in D1. It comes with 3 rockets in the magazine, so it's absolutely crazy. I'm very interested to see if the tracking is going to be the same as it was. But anyways, guys, this was my guide to how to get the Truth. It was a pretty good quest overall. Could have been a little longer, but I'm just glad it wasn't time gated. So if you found the video helpful, thumbs up would be appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Destiny 2 content. And as well as all my other guides, this is not the best way to do it. This is just the way I did it. So I'm sure there are plenty of other ways and guides that showing how to get this gun. But anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all watching, and I will see y'all later. Peace.